Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles 2. We're wasting no time storming Spirit Crucible Elpys, the resting place of the third Aegis Sword. Ahead awaits us the most daunting challenge yet. This is the beginning of what I consider the hardest stretch of this entire journey. If I had to pick a hardest chapter, this is it. And you want to know what else? Just look at the map. Ah! It's worse than I thought! It's Final Fantasy 13! I've been waiting years to make that joke. Let's get started! Let's save Pyra, if she's not already dead from all of our side questing. Rex is still standing. She's probably fine.
Mac, what are you stumbling for?
Sorry, my lady. I've been feeling a little dizzy.
You too?
You too, Lady Bridget.
Yes, for a little while now. Though I'm still capable of standing.
Hey, same here. What's up with this place? It's kind of creepy.
What is going on here?
I feared as much.
Gramps, you knew this would happen.
The tales say that Spirit Crucible Elpys saps the strength of blades. It's one of the reasons why none have ever returned from its depths.
I say.
Ether flows scarce in this area. That may be cause of problems.
Like that time in the Tantalese Palace?
That not only thing. Glowing particles in air. They absorb ether. That is source of light.
So not only do you have less power, the power you do have is being absorbed. Well, that's jolly tragic.
You all right, Poppy?
Poppy just fine. Poppy never better.
Of course. You're an artificial blade, ain't you?
This might be Rex's journey, but it's time for Tora to shine. We don't play as the little fuzzball enough. He was very outclassed in being a tank compared to Morag. He needed all sorts of Poppy parts in order to be really good. Poppy Alpha, while she's a good wall, she doesn't do much else.
In my experience.
So I very much welcome a segment that revolves around using Tora in the gameplay. He's going to have a much easier time going forward, which we'll get into as these challenges start to show themselves. But just trust me, Tora very good.
We have to cross that.
Yes, but we must proceed with caution. Once we enter, the blades will be sapped of most of their power. If they run out of energy, they might be forced to return to their core state, and there's a chance they could never be reawakened.
Pandy, you'd better just stay here and guard the fort.
Why just me? Don't you want me?
Don't ask dumb questions. You know very well why, don't you?
If I'm staying, you ought to stay.
I'll be fine. When am I ever not?
If you're going,
I'm ordering you to stay here.
Is there something wrong?
Pandoria was just agreeing to stay behind.
Nuh-uh! I'm going with you! We made a promise, didn't we? Don't you dare say you've forgotten! I go where you go. End of story.
Fine.
My lady.
I'm fine. We can't give up now we've come this far. Don't. I know what you're gonna say.
I understood.
I don't know what's in there, but apart from Tora and Poppy, we're all going to find our abilities severely weakened. Be careful, Rex.
Yes. Healing arts are going to be less effective too. One nasty wound and that'll be the end of you.
Yeah, I get that. Tora, Poppy, we'll need you on the front line.
You got it, Rex! Poppy is artificial blade, so request is very extremely not a problem. Technology save the day! 3 cheers for Nopon Know-How!
Where are Poppy's cheers?
Thanks, guys.
Tora can celebrate all he wants. He can jump all over the darn place. Oh, I thought there was gonna be a ledge down there with an item collectible. I would say that it's a long road ahead, so maybe don't grab every single collection point along the way, but I know I'm going to anyway, regardless of what I tell you. So do it along with me. Make me feel not as bad. I won't be a hypocrite by just barely not giving you that advice. We've yet to actually reach the point where anything bad happens. Showing where we are geographically, we are inside of a Leftherian Titan, those jellyfish-like Titans. This is what they're like on the inside. It's our first real taste of what Leftherian Titans really are like. As the only Titan that we've really seen like this before was the Cloudways that were inside the main Leftherian Titan inside of the clouds.
Not so fond of
That opening there is lined with a column of bones, almost like a rib cage. Tori, you do a great job brightening the mood here. This song is called Spirit Crucible Elpys, and we've briefly heard it in the past. It played on the Cloud Sea exploration vessel Maelstrom on the way for us to meet Tyra for the first time. Way back on our very first day on this adventure. It plays there briefly, so this is not its first appearance, and I've already let you hear it. So instead, I'll just give it a strong recommendation now that we're hearing it in the intended context. And thank Manami Kiyota for composing it, the mind behind many of my favorite Xenoblade songs. Despite how dangerous of a place this is, it captures the feeling of being the first ones here in hundreds of years. It's a song that makes me feel at peace and that I've listened to for hours before.
Are you all right?
Never better. I'm right as rain.
The deeper we go, the thicker these particles get. You can still turn back.
Thanks. Your concern is touching.
Worry about yourself, yeah? I can look after her.
Zeke, you don't look so good yourself. Is something wrong?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I didn't think it was worth mentioning, but,
How did you get that?
I told you about the time I almost bloody died, right?
My prince! Zeke! Not like this! Not here! Not far now! Just a little further! You can do it!
Just leave me. Go on without me.
No! If you die, I'll turn back into a core crystal! I don't want to forget everything!
Bandy, I'm sorry. I hope your next drive is better than me.
I don't want another driver! You're good enough! Prince! Zeke! I refuse to forget our 10 years together. It's not going to happen. I'm not letting you die. Here. Bandits? Sucks. I don't want to be a bandit's blade. But I guess I won't remember anyway. Prince? Prince?
Fear not. He's going to be fine.
You saved him?
The fact that you're alive is proof of that, is it not? I had to transplant part of your core crystal into his heart. His wounds were grave, It was the only way to save you both. I'm sorry. It's all my fault.
Actually, I'm glad.
What? Why?
Knowing that a part of me is keeping you alive, I don't know, it's just nice.
Pandy.
What is it?
They do that? In Indol?
I guess you and I are more alike than you thought, chum. Though mine was just a surgical procedure.
You make it sound so simple. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it.
You know the people of Indol can trace their roots back to Judicium.
Judicium? The creators of that Titan weapon thing from Temperantia?
Yeah, them. They carried out experiments, fusing blade and human cells, creating flesh eaters.
So, those practices persist in Indol?
Hey, so they took advantage of blade regeneration and patched me up with Pandy's core crystal, right? Since I have part of her core in me, I'm a blade eater or something.
A blade eater.
That's right. That's gotta be why this place is getting to you, too.
It's all good. Let's just push on.
Push on and on and on we shall. From this point on, Pandoria has a new portrait. What a beautiful smile she's got. Some have theorized that Rex could also be a blade eater, as just as Zeke does, he has a part of a core crystal serving as his heart. Though it's not quite as clear-cut as that. Some arguments against it that I've seen are Zeke's being a physical procedure that was specially engineered by humans, whereas what happened with Rex is a natural function of the Aegis to give up part of its life source. You have Rex and Pyra's bodies exchanging information, them feeling the same pain, all those things. It's not quite the same thing that's happening as Zeke. Ironically, even though it's a function of the Aegis, Rex is getting less benefit out of the deal than the typical Blade Eater. What do we got here? Okay, we aren't gonna need to fight these things, I don't think. Now let me tell you about one of my favorite instances of foreshadowing in all of fiction. Zeke being a Blade Eater. It was in plain sight the entire time, and it's not at all obvious, because it's hidden with tone. Zeke performs constant superhuman feats of strength. He swings around these super heavy weapons, doing these acrobatic maneuvers. He runs at inhumanly fast speeds in cutscenes, and it's all masked by the comedic tone, just thinking, oh, hardy, hardy, har, this scene's very anime, isn't it? But no! If you saw any other character performing these feats of strength other than Zeke, you would know that they have to be superhuman in some way, or dare I say, a god. But because it has that whole silly thing going on and it's played off like comedy, you don't really notice it. Zeke's, the cracks in his chest have also been visible for some time. In quite a few cutscenes, you do see his chest up close, and there's a couple of them visible. So I can see you thinking that there's something going on there. That is something I think could be noticed, but nobody I've ever talked to ever picked up on the fact that they used comedy as a form of concealing clever foreshadowing.
Sweets or treats or socks.
Elemental Orb Ender, oh my god, that's good.
Come on.
Once you gain control of Zeke, you see that he literally is moving that way. It's not exaggerated or hyperbole. Also, in a lot of those cutscenes, Zeke and Pandoria are unusually in sync, doing the exact same motions at the exact same time, showing that they're connected in some way. Could be their cores exchanging information similar to Rex and Pyra, even if it isn't quite the same thing. Now, what is over here? We got a pretty big open area. Oh, a unique monster, okay. Roll for initiative. Who's gonna be in this group and why? Rex should definitely be in the party. This is very much his fight. And Nia, you have a break art with Vess. Okay.
Meh, meh, meh. They look tough.
We won't let them get away.
The rules of the Spirit Crucible Elpys are as follows. Following that scene with Pandoria, from that point further into the cave, you are not able to use specials above level 1 unless your blade is not actually a blade, like Poppy here. That means Tora is instrumental in furthering blade combo routes at all. And it also means driver combos are much more effective at dispatching enemies than blade combos. Speaking of, he's got a topple art and a smash art. That's pretty good. We're doing a lot already. And it's also a lot more worth it to outfit Tora with different elements than it might have been otherwise, thanks to the fact that he's gonna be the one you're relying on to do anything at all for blade combos. Gaia Crash Break, good damage. Further than that, regular blades cannot gain max affinity. They are stuck at low affinity, thus less benefits from them in battle. Healing arts also heal less. While not really a change in the rules per se, common blades could have some more value. Certain weapon types have driver combo access, and you might not have a rare blade throw that given driver on it. Rex no longer has a good topple art, and he doesn't get any other topple arts from any other weapon type. You might want to play around that, maybe make Zeke your designated driver combo guy. Do something along those lines. We're not going to be able to finish this blade combo, unfortunately. And then there's some other blades that you might have met in your travels. Blades that are not actual blades. We've obtained one of these so far. Poppy Buster is not affected by the effects of the Spirit Crucible at all. And then the last blade type that works well in here are blades that just want to use their level 1 special anyway, and what a coinky-dink, we just got Herald. Herald is just gonna spam her level 1 special in every fight she was going to be involved in anyway, and her damage output is unreal. She's good in chain attacks with it, really worth using. Rock, you jump out. I can't believe that they had the gall to give Rex Rock's dual sides in cutscenes, yet Rock himself doesn't appear in any of those cutscenes or have anything meaningful to say. It's like even when they acknowledge him, he still gets the shaft somehow. You throw that up. Not talking about you digging up that dirt and throwing it at us. This fight is over. We got this. The enemies are thankfully pretty low level, though that will not last forever, trust me. Finish it off, QT.
Now it gets interesting.
We're on a roll now.
Oh boy. If they really are in danger of returning to their cores, this will be the shortest lifespan of any blade if we wake them up in here. Let's do it. Pull that up out of the ground. So much of a boon everywhere. That's an easy open container. Anyone else get annoyed that they called it Easy Open Capri Sun in all the commercials, yet you could never open it without completely destroying the thing? I didn't know how to easily open them until I was in my 20s, because I'd always been opening them the same way my whole life and just thinking, wow, this is hard, never thinking there was a better way because it was so normalized to me. Bond the Blade, Zeke. Oh, that feels so good to have that many boosters at one time. Even though we can carry more boosters, you can still only use 5 of them at a time. I didn't make that clear when we got that. I didn't make it clear because I didn't remember. Asagi! I'm so sorry that you are so soggy. Down up ahead. Oh, this water. I gotta go splish splash in it. Oh, right, this water's got a current. You can just skip past this whole area if you find the source of it. Vess looked oddly graceful surfing down there. I wasn't expecting that from you. It's like when all those old people got a weird sense of style that strangely works, and you don't expect it whenever you think your parents are completely out of touch with everything. Botany level 3 on Florin. We've unlocked a few more skills.
My fondness for you is what keeps me going.
Your fondness for me is what keeps me going away. On that note, we will not be going over any new blades in the Spirit Crucible Elpys. I can't very well show you what makes a blade good when I can only use one of their specials and their other capabilities are severely limited. Sorry, Florin. Can't say I expected to see people camping in here.
My lady.
For the last time, I'm fine. Why don't you just worry about yourself?
But
You gotta admire Shaled over there. He just put it right out there.
Hmm?
And here I am. Dromark. I'm gonna put myself to the test. Right here. I've decided.
My lady. Very well.
This mist makes me feel like I'm swimming through the cloud sea.
This mist is produced when a fossilized Titan body reacts with the atmosphere. It's why it's so hard to breathe down here.
Nia,
What now?
are you in pain?
I'm struggling to breathe like everyone else. And I'm a little dizzy, that's all.
Oh, right. When that happens, it's best to just try and empty your head of all thoughts.
What?
It's an old salvager trick. When you swim down deep, it feels like your head's going to implode. You just go with it, don't fight it. Then you stop noticing the pressure. Why not give it a go?
Empty my head, eh? You mean I have to start acting as daft as you? Tall order?
Hey, that's not very nice.
Everyone, over here! Tora, think this way, lead down!
It certainly doesn't look like a natural formation.
Maybe it was grave robbers.
There's not too much worth stealing round here. Well, apart from...
Whatever it was that Adam hid down here.
Just a guess. It's possible that Jin and his accomplices have been here.
Then, they found out about the sunken ship and went to Argentum.
Still just a guess, but a pretty good one.
Then there won't be anything left to find, will there? Sheesh.
Well, if that was the case, then you'd expect them to already have the third sword.
But they clearly don't have it.
No, I do not think Adam would let the sword be so easily found.
No point in worrying. Let's just press on.
Sora, you're getting a bit of an ego there, man. You didn't think the rest of us could see that was a way down. It's okay to feel special, man, but I'm just saying. Because of that, Rex should have Gorg on. He's a very good choice. He's gonna make us able to survive a lot more hits down here as well. With weakened healing and force low affinity, this place highlights how good it is to just not take damage in the first place rather than need healing all the time. A break art in his Mega Lance, if he does not have Wulfric for some reason, or Praxis. A break art on his Chroma Katana, which we should level up. Yes, we should. I'm focusing on the male drivers because they'll focus on the driver combo without needing to be played as, but that isn't to say that Nia and Morag don't have good options. Morag's Mega Lance kit is especially nice. And then there's Corvin. Corvin. Has a smash art no matter who his driver is. Could be worth overdriving on a Rex or Zeke to finish out the team. Zeke's got his guaranteed launch art. There's that aforementioned topple art. Use Morag's Mega Lance smash, please. Break art in the Ether Cannon, launch art in the Shield Hammer. I would recommend going in there, seeing every weapon type you have with every driver, and putting together a party that has all 4 stages of the driver combo, with many of those stages on at least one AI that is going to focus on the driver combo, either Rex or Zeke. Putting together a party like that should be pretty nice. Now, speaking of pretty nice, I think we've reached our first stop. Next time on Xenoblade Chronicles 2, we go deeper into Spirit Crucible Elpys. See you guys then.